Breaking away from traditional design, circular buildings stand out as architectural marvels that combine form and function in unique ways. From towering office complexes to innovative cultural landmarks, here are the top 15 most incredible circular buildings. Number 15. The Aldar Headquarters in Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. The Aldar headquarters was finished in 2010, and it was the first of its kind in the Middle East and one of the most distinctive buildings in the world. Designed by the international architectural firm MZ Architects, it's often referred to simply as the Coin Building because of the way it looks like a giant silver coin standing upright. The headquarters is the flagship building for the Aldar Properties, which is one of the largest real estate developers in the UAE. It's located on Al Raha Beach, and it offers amazing views of the Arabian Gulf. And this position also makes it a prominent landmark that's visible from miles around. Its design is rooted in geometric principles inspired by the round form of a clamshell, 5,000 square meters of glass panels, creating a sleek, reflective surface that shimmers under the desert sun. The building also makes use of advanced insulation and shading techniques to further reduce its energy consumption. It's won several awards, including the Best Futuristic Design at the 2008 Building Exchange Conference, and its use of geometry and eco-conscious practices has made it a case study in modern architecture, attracting architects and engineers from around the world looking to gain inspiration for their own designs. Number 14. The Sphere in Las Vegas. The Sphere, Las Vegas, Nevada. It's an entertainment venue that's taken the idea of immersive experiences and innovation to a whole new level. Officially named the MSG Sphere, it opened to the public in 2023 and immediately captured global attention for its design and capabilities. Designed by Madison Square Garden Entertainment in partnership with Sphere Entertainment Company, it was designed to push the boundaries of how a single LED screen ever built, measuring over 160,000 square feet or 15,000 square meters. The screen's got a resolution of 16K by 16K, offering amazing clarity and detail. Along with the visuals is state-of-the-art audio systems, featuring over 160,000 speakers that ensure every seat gets an equally rich and precise auditory experience. At a cost of $2.3 billion, the Sphere's design was centered around creating fully immersive experiences. It's equipped to host a wide range of events, including concerts, film screenings, and virtual reality. And unlike traditional venues, the Sphere's shape and advanced tech allow for a 360-degree experience, surrounding the audience in sights and sounds that blur the line between reality and the digital world. It can hold up to 18,600 guests, and it's become the leading entertainment venue on the planet. Number 13. The Kensington Oval in Barbados. The Kensington, originally leased by the Barbados Cricket Association, the Oval became the center of cricket in the region. Over the decades, it gained international recognition as a host for test matches, with one of its biggest moments being the hosting of the ICC Cricket World Cup final in 2007, which was the first time it was held in the Caribbean. There was a renovation that included the construction of modern stands, upgraded player facilities, and increased seating capacity, which now accommodates up to 11,000 people. The redevelopment ensures that the Oval would meet the standards required for hosting major international events while maintaining its distinctive Caribbean charm. The stands are designed to provide excellent sight lines, ensuring that every spectator has a clear view of the action on the field. The Pickwick Pavilion, in honor of the original Pickwick Club that played at the ground in its early years, retains elements of the venue's traditional design. Meanwhile, the Greenwich and Haynes stand, named after two legendary West Indian cricketers, shows the pride Barbados takes in its cricketing heritage. Beyond its function as a cricket stadium, Rome in Italy is, of course, one of the most famous landmarks in the world and one of the best surviving examples of ancient Roman engineering and architecture. Originally, it was known as the Flavian Amphitheater. It was commissioned by Emperor Vespasian of the Flavian dynasty in the year 72, and it was completed 8 years later under the rule of his son Titus. Built entirely from stone and concrete, the Colosseum is an elliptical amphitheater that measures 620 feet, or 189 meters long, 512 feet, or 156 meters wide, and 164 feet or 50 meters high, making it one of the largest structures of its kind ever built, and it could fit an estimated 50 to 80,000 spectators, depending on the configuration. The Colosseum was designed to host a wide variety of public events, including gladiatorial contests, wild animal hunts, and even mock naval battles. These shows, often funded by the emperors, were staged as a means of entertaining the masses and demonstrating the might and power of tunnels and chambers that were used to house animals, gladiators, and stage machinery. This area was equipped with trapdoors and lifts, allowing for surprise entrances and sudden reveals during performances. The Colosseum also featured a retractable awning system known as the velarium, which provided shade to spectators, and it was operated by a special team of sailors. Over the centuries, the Colosseum has endured significant damage from natural disasters, including earthquakes and human actions, and it was used as a quarry for building materials during the Middle Ages. Now, despite all that, much of the structure still remains intact, and today it is, of course, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most visited tourist attractions in the world. Number 11. The Niterói Contemporary Art Museum in Brazil. The Niterói Contemporary Art Museum in the city of Niterói, which is just across the bay from Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, was designed by the Brazilian architect Oscar Niemeyer. When it opened in 1996, it immediately made waves towards its base to give the illusion that it's floating above the rocky landscape. The exterior is covered in smooth white concrete, with large windows that surround the structure, providing 360-degree views of the surroundings. The interior has 27,000 square feet or 2,500 square meters of exhibition space spread across a single circular gallery. It was built to house the art collection of João Satamini, one of Brazil's most important collectors of contemporary art, and over the years it's hosted a wide range of exhibitions. A unique element of this design is the red carpeted ramp that spirals upward from the ground to the main entrance. This pathway serves as both a functional walkway and a visual statement, creating a sense of ceremony as visitors walk up to the museum, especially with the contrast of the red path against the museum's white exterior and the blue of the bay. Number 10. The Camden Roundhouse in London. The Camden Roundhouse, which is in London, is a historic and cultural landmark that's been of railway tech, though the facility became obsolete within a decade as locomotives outgrew the turntable's capacity, and by 1869 the building had been repurposed as a warehouse. It did stay that way for decades, but then the Roundhouse's potential as a cultural space was realized in the 1960s when it was converted into an arts venue. It opened its doors to the public in 1966, and quickly it established itself as a countercultural hotspot during London's creative explosion. The Roundhouse played host to some of the most iconic performances of the era, with artists such as Pink Floyd, The Doors, and Jimi Hendrix taking to the stage. The venue became synonymous with experimental art, avant-garde theater, and rock music, establishing its place in London's cultural landscape. Well, despite this success, financial difficulties forced the Roundhouse to close as a performance venue in 1983. For nearly 2 decades, the building remained empty, with its future uncertain. In 2006, though, following an extensive restoration project, the Roundhouse reopened. The Guangzhou Circle in China. The Guangzhou Circle, found in the city of Guangzhou, China, was designed by Italian architect Joseph Di Pasquale and completed in 2013. Its design draws heavily on Chinese culture and historical symbolism. It's shaped like a giant circular disc. This building reflects the ancient Chinese concept of balance and harmony, and took inspiration from the Bai disc, which is a jade artifact with a circular hole in the center that dates back thousands of years, and would have been used by Chinese nobility as symbols of heaven and eternity. At 453 feet or 138 meters tall with a circular opening at its core, the Guangzhou Circle is currently the world's tallest circular building. Its massive hollow center has earned it comparisons to a giant donut, but the design is deeply rooted in Chinese traditions of feng shui for good fortune and connectivity. Built along the banks of the Pearl River, the building is the headquarters for the Guangdong Plastic Exchange, which is the largest. The central void, which is 157 feet or 48 meters in diameter, does, though, create a visual frame that perfectly reflects on the Pearl River below, forming the number 8 when seen from a distance, which is an important number in Chinese culture that symbolizes wealth and success. Since its completion, it's become a major landmark and a source of local pride. It's also sparked global conversation for its unconventional design, blending ancient symbolism with contemporary innovation. Number 8. The Tholos of Delphi, Greece. The Tholos of Delphi, which can be found within the sanctuary of Athena Pronaia at Delphi in Greece, is a circular structure that stands as one of the greatest remaining examples of ancient Greek architecture. Built around 380 BCE during the Classical period, this circular design was a departure from the predominantly rectangular temple layouts of the time. Measuring about 48 feet or 14.7 meters in diameter, the structure originally featured more clearly. The walls of the cella, or the inner chamber, were decorated with friezes and decorative details. And the roof of the tholos, which has long been lost to time, was believed to have been constructed of marble tiles with a circular pattern, culminating in a decorative finial at its apex. What's interesting, though, is that we have no idea what it was actually for. Some theories suggest it was a place of worship dedicated to Athena, serving as a focal point for rituals and ceremonies, while others think that it may have been a treasury or was built to store sacred objects. The circular shape of the tholos is certainly believed to carry a symbolic meaning, possibly representing harmony, unity, or the cosmos. In ancient Greek thought, the circle was often associated with perfection and eternity, aligning with the divine qualities of the gods. The placement within the sanctuary of the Athena Pronaia, which was seen as a protective site for the main sanctuary of Apollo, suggests it did have spiritual importance. The tholos was built during a time when Delphi was at the height of its influence. Stockholm, Sweden, is a huge entertainment venue. Formerly known as the Ericsson Globe, the arena was renamed in 2021 in honor of the Swedish musician and producer Avicii, and it's the world's largest hemispherical building. Its shape, which looks like a massive white sphere, has made it a main feature of Stockholm's skyline since it was completed in 1989. It measures 279 feet or 85 meters in height and 360 feet or 110 meters in diameter, with a total volume of over 21 million cubic feet or over 600,000 cubic meters. Built from steel, concrete, and glass, the building's smooth appearance is achieved through a grid-like system of triangular panels. Now, this geometric precision not only contributes to the looks, but also provides its structural integrity, allowing the building to withstand the Nordic climate. With a seating capacity of 16,000 for concerts and up to 13,800 for ice hockey, the arena is one of Sweden's leading event spaces. The arena is home to major ice hockey tournaments, including games for the Swedish Parliament House in New Delhi, India. The Old Parliament House in New Delhi, India is one of the most recognizable symbols of India's political history and architectural heritage. Located in the center of the capital, this enormous structure was the seat of the Indian Parliament from when it was completed in 1927 until the inauguration of the new Parliament building in 2023. This is a stunning example of colonial-era architecture that blends Western classical styles with Indian motifs. Its circular design is one of the most interesting features, having been inspired by a temple in Morena in Madhya Pradesh, which also features a circular form. The structure has a diameter of 568 feet or 173 meters, enclosing a central open courtyard. The external facade is decorated with a colonnade of 144 sandstone columns, each 27 feet or 8 meters high, which gives the building that stately appearance. The interiors are amazing too, featuring high ceilings, complex woodwork, and ornate details. The building's century of use, the old Parliament House was replaced by a new Parliament building, which is part of the Central Vista redevelopment project and is larger, more technologically advanced, and it's designed to accommodate India's expanding legislative needs. Still seeing its architectural and historical significance, though, the old Parliament House is now being repurposed as a museum dedicated to Indian democracy. Museum here will feature artifacts, documents, and exhibits that tell the story of the country's democratic journey from its colonial beginnings to the present day. Number 5. The Donut in Gloucestershire in the UK. The Donut, which is located in Cheltenham, Gloucestershire in the UK, is one of the most secretive buildings in the country. It's officially known as the Government Communication Headquarters, or GCHQ for short. This circular building is the home of Britain's signals intelligence and cyber operations. Completed in 2003, the Donut is a massive circular structure with a central open courtyard, designed for up to 5,000 employees. It covers an area providing a balance between work and relaxation for the employees. As the headquarters of the GCHQ, though, the Donut is a critical component of the UK's national security infrastructure. GCHQ is responsible for collecting and analyzing communications data, providing SIGINT to the government, and ensuring the security of Britain's information systems. Despite its futuristic design and role in national security, there's still a lot that's not known about it. Access to the building is highly restricted, and its internal workings are classified. GCHQ has, though, occasionally opened its doors to the public for special events, such as during its centenary celebrations in 2019, offering a rare glimpse into the life of one of the world's most secretive organizations. Number 4. The 21st Century Museum of Contemporary Art in Kanazawa, Japan. The 21st Century Museum of Contemporary Art, which can be found in Japan, is a leading creative institution that celebrates modern and contemporary art while pushing the boundaries of the relationship interior and inviting passerbys to peer into the spaces. The circular layout ensures there's no definitive front or back to the museum, which was an intentional decision by the architects to make the space approachable from all directions. Inside, the building is divided into a series of interconnected spaces that include galleries, community areas, and open courtyards. The layout's highly flexible, allowing for a wide range of exhibitions from large-scale installations to intimate works. The works in here span a variety of media, including painting, sculpture, video, and installation art. The museum is known for its emphasis on experiential and participatory works that engage the senses and challenge conventional perceptions of art. Along with more permanent installations, the museum hosts temporary exhibitions that showcase cutting-edge works from artists around the world. They often explore themes relevant to modern society such as technology, identity, and environmental issues, providing visitors with a fresh perspective on the world. What sets it apart, though, is its integration into the fabric of Kanazawa Venice Biennale of Architecture for its design, which displays the architect's philosophy of creating spaces that are both functional and emotionally resonant, and by making it more welcoming, has made art accessible to far more people. Number 3. The Cultural Center of European Space Technologies in Slovenia. The Cultural Center of European Space Technologies is in the small Slovenian town of Vitanje, and it's a visionary facility that's dedicated to space exploration, art, and culture. Opened in 2012, this futuristic building serves as a center for scientific, artistic, and educational activities, focusing on humanity's fascination with space and the potential for interdisciplinary exploration. The Casevet's architectural design draws inspiration from the work of Herman Potočnik. The Casevet's architectural design draws direct inspiration from the work of Herman Potočnik Nordung, who was a Slovenian rocket engineer and pioneer of space architecture. Potočnik's seminal book, The Problem of Space Travel, The Rocket Motor, which was published in 19, Infinite Possibilities of Space, and the Continuity of Human Innovation. Internally, it's designed to focus on fluidity and openness, with a continual spiral ramp that winds through the building, guiding visitors from one level to another. This spiral ramp is a metaphor for the unending exploration of knowledge, allowing visitors to go between exhibition spaces, lecture halls, and meeting rooms. The center hosts a wide variety of activities including exhibitions, lectures, workshops, and performances that explore topics like space architecture, astronautics, and the cultural impact of space travel. Although Vitanje is a small town with fewer than 1,000 residents, the Casevet has made it a destination for international visitors and scholars. The center plays a vital role in engaging the local community, offering educational programs for students, workshops for families, and events that encourage participation in scientific and artistic endeavors. Number 2. The Hakka Walled Villages in China. The circular Hakka walled villages also notion to the challenges of protecting their communities from bandit raids. The word tulo translates to mean earthen building, as the main material they're made from is rammed earth. The fortified structures serve as multi-family dwellings, providing security, housing, and communal spaces for several generations of Hakka families. These structures range in diameter from about 66 to 165 feet or 20 to 80 meters and can rise up to 5 stories tall. They're designed to house entire clans, a focus on communal living and defense. The exterior walls are windowless on the lower levels to deter invaders, while the upper levels feature small openings for ventilation, light, and defensive purposes. Inside, the building's divided into concentric rings or sections, with the ground floor typically housing kitchens and storage spaces, the middle floor serving as living quarters, and the upper levels reserved for storing grain. Everything within the design had practicality and sustainability in mind. The thick earthen walls provide excellent insulation, keeping the interiors cool during the hot summers and warm in the winter. Braided, and one of the most innovative and sustainable office buildings in the world. Nicknamed the Spaceship because of its incredible circular design, Apple Park embodies Apple's commitment to innovation and sustainability. Designed by the architect Norman Foster in collaboration with Apple's co-founder Steve Jobs, the campus was officially opened in 2017 and is the pinnacle of modern workplace architecture. Apple Park was intended to be far more than just an office campus. It was designed to encourage creativity, collaboration, and a deeper connection with nature. Jobs and Foster imagined the campus as a blend of architecture and nature, with an emphasis on sustainability and employee well-being. The result is a building that not only serves as a workspace for Apple's 12,000 employees, but also functions as a symbol around the globe of the company's design and environmental values. Apple Park's most famous feature is the circular main building, which is a 4-story structure with 1.2 million square feet or 111,000 square meters, allowing plenty of natural light to fill in. At the same time, the building's circular layout ensures that no employee is more than a few minutes' walk from any part of the campus, creating a sense of community. As well as being functional, it's one of the most environmentally friendly office buildings ever constructed. It's powered entirely by renewable energy, with a 17-megawatt solar array on the roof, making it one of the largest on-site corporate solar installations in the world. The campus is home to more than 9,000 drought-resistant trees, including native oaks and fruit trees, which are irrigated using recycled water. Along with those sustainability features, though, the campus has also earned certifications for its green design, including the LEED Platinum, the highest standard for energy efficiency and environmental stewardship. The Steve Jobs Theater, located on the campus grounds, is another highlight, and it's in this 1,000-seat underground auditorium with its circular glass pavilion entrance that Apple reveals its latest product launches and major announcements. Elsewhere, there are research and development facilities, a visitor center with an Apple store and a cafe, and dedicated spaces for meetings and presentations.